If you take one look at the video title and go, "Remy deleted everything wrong with Ratchet and Clank, they are getting so doxed," this will be you. Do not test me. TLDR if you don't want to watch the video. Every valeforXD era video has been set to unlisted. You can still watch them by going to my playlists or checking the description below. New videos soon, and I'm changing up the Patreon a bit. To all my viewers with a short attention span, have a good one. So, yeah, hi. Just a little update. If you haven't noticed by now, yeah, channel's going through a bit of a cleanup. Particularly all valeforXD era stuff has been set to unlisted. Everything from my very first review of Ford vs Chevy up to Need for Speed Underground 2, right before the channel rebrand. Before I explain why, I want to be perfectly clear. These videos have not been deleted. They have been unlisted, which means you can always find them by checking the description below, going to my playlists, saving them to your own playlists, or keeping a link handy somewhere. This only prevents videos from appearing when using the search bar, and it means they're hidden from the videos tab on my channel. All my old stuff is still there, it will always be there unless a copyright claim takes it down, do not worry. If you still want to hear me scream, "I don't like change," or make fun of me for the 600 moons thing, or look at my stupid ugly mug being unfunny as fuck, the option will always be there. We clear? Cool beans. Anyway, there's not a huge explanation or sob story or anything like that. Mostly, I just don't want a new viewer's first impression of me to be what the channel used to be. I don't like the idea of people stumbling across my sin videos or some of my very early stuff and thinking that's what they're gonna get when they subscribe to Remy Raccoon. Then they get to newer videos and there's a little raccoon guy jumping around on screen and being gay, and they're like, "Aw, I missed when Vale casually dropped the R slur to refer to a hillbilly stereotype." Those were the days, man. So addressing the sin videos first, which I've done in the past, but I believe that video itself has been unlisted, oops. I stopped making everything wrong and right with several years ago for a few reasons. The format itself was restrictive, repetitive, and extremely boring to actually make and edit videos for, but also I find the CinemaSins format incredibly reductive to media critique and conversation, and I want no part in that. I appreciate that people like those videos, and even I admit that at least I managed to put in a bit more of a positive and less silly spin on the format, but it's really hard for me to show anything other than disdain for those videos and disappointment in myself for caving in and continuing with the series after the fluke that was everything wrong with Up Your Arsenal, which was supposed to be an April Fool's joke and nothing more. Truthfully, I don't really like some of my older stuff, and especially the Everything Right and Wrong With series looming over me all the time, to the point where I have been thinking about jumping ship and starting fresh on an entirely new channel. I still think about that on and off, but I look at the 30,000 subscribers they currently have and think, yeah, that would be dumb as hell, huh? So unlisting stuff is the next best thing. And I don't feel nearly as guilty about it as I might have, considering a lot of my older stuff, even the sin videos, have had their growth slow down considerably, which also means I don't feel as anxious unlisting the sin videos and losing revenue because I barely make enough from them to buy a Big Mac and fries, lol. I guess, maybe it looks a bit funny looking back at around 5 years of my history on this site, picking it up and throwing it in a box in the attic and writing shittios across the side. That's the most common sentiment I get whenever I discuss this. How come you want to hide all your hard work? You should be able to look back at your old videos and be proud of how far you've come. And I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I look at Ford vs Chevy or Guitar Hero Live vs Rock Band 4 and compare those to every Ratchet Ranked or the Wholesome Games episode I made during the pandemic, and I'm like, hell yeah. But it's still sometimes hard for me to look back at those videos in general. A lot of people don't understand that valeforXD and Remy Raccoon are two different people. valeforXD is from an era where I was susceptible to peer pressure that led me to believe that making fun of groups of people was fine so long as you didn't exclude anyone. It was all good if all people were targets. I hate that mentality now, and I hate watching the aforementioned R-slur drop in the Jack 3 review or the N-word drop in Everything Wrong With valeforXD because of that. But it sucks. You can be funny without punching down or saying things you shouldn't. It really is that easy. But more literally, valeforXD truly is a different person. The rebranding to Remy Raccoon came not long after a more personal rebranding, so it makes it feel like everything uploaded before mid-2020 was some completely different guy hacking into my account and uploading their own videos. Because that's more or less true. That's not me. I didn't make those videos. Some ugly-ass discount Steven Universe with his arms glued made that. I stopped short of disowning them entirely, but those videos were made by a different person with different beliefs and a different, closed-minded view of the world. And that's why I can't keep valeforXD era stuff public on the channel anymore. He really do be an ugly cunt though. So yeah, anyway, enough of that. As for the rest of the channel, it's staying up, obviously. Full steam ahead, more videos soon. What videos? whatever I pull out of my ass. I've got some specific reviews planned. There's a top 10 games of 2023 coming shortly after this. The big one though, at least for the time being, is a big ranking video of every Mario Kart course, which is not the most original idea, especially since another Aussie game reviewer did that just a couple of months ago. I was working on it before that was even announced, I swear, but also that video is good and Jack did a great job with that. You should go watch it anyway. But the script's turning out to be a lot of fun. Racklog's kinda in a state of limbo, because to be honest, my mentally ill ass has trouble discerning Racklogs as short, low effort videos, so my time at the moment is best spent working on bigger stuff. So Racklog's not cancelled, it's just, I don't know, it happens when it happens. They sort of became regular length reviews for a while there anyway, so yeah, I'm a dumbass. Also, new talksprites soon. Very excited to not have this football head representing me on screen. Also, they have a robot arm now. Why? Definitely just because I said so, and definitely not because of complicated OC law reasons. Get off my case. Final thing, my Patreon might be going through some changes soon. I don't really like the idea of my Patreon specifically having tiers, because there's not a lot I can offer in return, so it's just going to be more of a one-tier tip jar than anything. So there'll just be a $1 tier, you can pledge more if you want, but that'll come with ad-free videos, maybe also with the profanity uncensored, which I've started doing partially for the aesthetic and partially because YouTube's a bit grumpy with me. But I may also experiment with some other stuff. Namely, I've been thinking about written reviews or opinion pieces for stuff I don't want to dedicate a video to, and because I like to keep my fingers busy by writing and stuff, and I don't know, if I do that, maybe they'll get posted there a couple weeks early before I post them elsewhere or something. Don't know, I think that'd be fun. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I have to get back to playing Gay Lizard Simulator on my Windows PC. Thanks for listening, sorry about the crummy video output for the last 12 months, oops, and I hope you have a good.